You can rely on alumni. Some of Jessa Duggar Seawald's followers are becoming concerned as a result of her most recent post. The mother, who is 32 years old, has returned with her regular updates about her life. It has come to the attention of many people that she has the objective of becoming a successful media influencer who endorses a variety of products and programs. Jessa's recent post of family photos, in which one of her children is seen walking about barefoot in public, caused some Redditors to express their disapproval. To find out what transpired, continue reading. With Jessa Duggar's most recent updates, you can count on. The most current information that Jessa shared was on their recent journey to the Ark encounter, which took place in Kentucky. Another thing that the former Counting On star has been doing is releasing cute videos of her children, particularly her youngest child, George. And charming video footage of infant George crawling through their house while biting a plush toy was shown in one of the films that she shared with the audience. Nevertheless, in spite of all the joy, Jessa caused a lot of people to feel angry by posting a photo of her kid without shoes on. The public criticism directed at Jessa over her barefoot daughter. There are a lot of people who are happy that Jessa Duggar Seawald has returned to Counting On and is posting updates on her family on the internet. Their recent excursion to Ark Encounter, on the other hand, has outraged a lot of people on Reddit. It is because Jessa shared a picture of her spouse with Fern and Ivy that this has come to pass. But what drew the attention of many people was the fact that Fern was not wearing any shoes in the picture. While they were in a public place, a number of commenters criticized Jessa and Ben for putting their children's health in jeopardy during the situation. Girl, as a nurse, why would you do anything like that? Well, you might be able to convince her to wear some solid flip-flops, which would at least provide some protection for her soles. There is a good chance that your child will get plantar warts on her feet. This is the fourth and final reason why I will never go there. What are the chances that these individuals would ever experience a problem with plantar warts? These individuals are the epitome of hillbillies. Britney Spears, who is also a Southern hillbilly, was photographed by photographers when she was barefoot in the restroom at a gas station. These individuals are completely unconcerned. Fans are concerned about Jessa Duggar's mental health and are counting on her. Additionally, a few Redditors from a different topic discussed Jessa's most recent video clip, which featured a point of view from Ivy. A tape of her mother playing the guitar was being made by the young girl. Nevertheless, what drew the attention of many people was the fact that Jessa appeared to be dissociating and sad. Some others believe that the former cast member of Counting On may have been experiencing mental health concerns, particularly in light of the numerous scandals that her family has been subjected to ever since Josh was arrested for Sam in April of 2021. Certain individuals even posited the possibility that she might be worn out from her marriage. In today's world of celebrity parenting, every choice a public figure makes seems to come under intense scrutiny. Whether it's choosing a school for your child or what food to feed them, the spotlight often shines on the most mundane details of parenting. One such detail recently sparked a public uproar when Jessa Duggar, a star from the famous Duggar family of 19 kids and counting fame, shared an image of her young daughter walking barefoot in public. This seemingly harmless photo ignited a firestorm of criticism, with many questioning her parenting choices. The controversy surrounding the image of her barefoot daughter highlights the tensions between personal parenting philosophies and societal expectations. Jessa Duggar. A quick background. Jessa Duggar, born Jessa Lauren Duggar, is the fifth child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, whose family became a household name after their reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting premiered in 2008. The show gave a glimpse into the family's strict, conservative Christian lifestyle, one that emphasized modesty, discipline, and a highly traditional approach to child rearing. While the Duggars' family dynamics were already under the microscope for their large brood and unusual beliefs, Jessa carved her own path in the spotlight after marrying Ben Seawald in 2014. She and Ben, now parents to multiple children, continue to share their lives with followers on social media and through their reality TV spin-off, Counting On. Over the years, Jessa has become known for her more relaxed approach to certain aspects of family life compared to some of her siblings, often sharing moments from her day-to-day life, including her parenting choices. Her openness about motherhood and her willingness to show her children's everyday activities have made her a relatable figure for many fans, but they've also made her a target for public criticism. The incident, a barefoot daughter and the backlash. The controversy began when Jessa posted a picture on Instagram of her young daughter, Spurgeon, walking barefoot in a public setting. The image was taken during a family outing, and in it, Spurgeon is seen with bare feet, a choice that some parents found concerning. Critics quickly took to social media, with many questioning why Jessa would allow her child to go without shoes in public, citing concerns about hygiene, safety, and social appropriateness. The backlash was swift and harsh. Some commenters questioned whether Jessa was neglecting her child's well-being by allowing her to walk in potentially dirty or dangerous environments. Others criticized the image as a poor example for other parents, arguing that children should be taught to wear shoes in public as a sign of respect for social norms. Yet, as quickly as the criticism mounted, Jessa responded. Through social media posts and interviews, she explained her decision, clarifying that she saw no harm in her daughter walking barefoot. In fact, she shared that she and her children often go barefoot, even in their own home, and that walking without shoes is a practice that aligns with her desire to allow her children to experience the world more freely and naturally. Jessa's response was calm and collected, but the controversy had already gained traction. As often happens in the digital age, once a debate begins, it can spiral out of control, with each side growing more entrenched in their views. Understanding the criticism, the culture of parenting expectations, to understand the intensity of the backlash, it's important to consider the cultural expectations surrounding parenting. In many societies, especially in the West, there are certain unwritten rules about what's considered appropriate for children, particularly in public spaces. These rules are shaped by a variety of factors, including safety concerns, social norms, and hygiene. One of the main arguments raised by critics of Jessa's decision centered on the idea of hygiene and safety. Walking barefoot in public spaces, they argued, exposes children to potential health risks, whether it's stepping on sharp objects, coming into contact with dirty surfaces, or being exposed to harmful bacteria or viruses. There's also a broader concern about the social implications of not adhering to basic norms, like wearing shoes, when out in public. For many parents, these standards are seen as an essential part of teaching children how to behave in social settings. The fact that Jessa Duggar is a public figure amplifies this criticism. When a celebrity mom makes a seemingly unorthodox parenting decision, it can become a lightning rod for debate. Critics argue that as an influencer with millions of followers, Jessa holds a responsibility to set a positive example. In this sense, her decision to let her child go barefoot became a symbol of what some perceived as lax parenting. For others, however, it was an issue of control whether Jessa's choice was an example of a parent prioritizing her child's freedom or one who was indifferent to potential risks. The response: a matter of philosophy. In contrast to the critics, Jessa received support from a significant number of her followers. For some, her decision reflected a philosophy of parenting that prioritizes freedom and comfort over rigid rules. In many cultures around the world, going barefoot is not seen as unusual, especially for young children. In fact, some proponents of barefoot parenting argue that it's a natural, healthy practice that fosters better physical development and a stronger connection to the earth. Jessa's response, focusing on the natural and holistic aspects of barefoot living, struck a chord with many parents who share similar beliefs. For them, the focus on health and safety was often exaggerated, with no real evidence that walking barefoot in public spaces poses a significant risk to children's health. Furthermore, many believed that Jessa's choice demonstrated a sense of autonomy for her child, a belief that children should have the freedom to make choices about their bodies and interactions with the world around them. Jessa explained that her children are often barefoot at home, running around their yard, playing, and experiencing the world in an unencumbered way. For her, the choice to allow her daughter to walk barefoot in public was not about disregarding hygiene or safety, but rather about fostering a sense of independence and personal agency. A broader debate. The role of public figures in parenting. What makes this controversy particularly interesting is how it reflects broader societal debates about parenting in the public eye. In the age of social media, parents, especially public figures, are constantly under scrutiny for every decision they make. Parenting has become increasingly publicized, with influencers and celebrities like Jessa Duggar sharing intimate moments with their followers, often leading to intense debates about what is right or wrong. This phenomenon is not exclusive to Jessa. Other public figures like Kim Kardashian, Chrissy Teigen, and even Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have faced similar scrutiny over their parenting choices. From their children's diets to their schooling decisions, no aspect of their parenting is considered private anymore. Jessa Duggar, being a part of the conservative Duggar family, has long been subject to public judgment, but this specific controversy demonstrates how quickly things can spiral when personal choices are made public. The rise of social media platforms has given parents an unprecedented opportunity to connect with others, but it has also opened the door to criticism from people who have never met them. The real question here may not be whether Jessa's decision was right or wrong, but rather how much society should feel entitled to pass judgment on the private decisions of others, especially when it comes to something as personal as parenting. Should we, as a society, be more forgiving of different parenting styles and less likely to impose our own values onto others? Looking beyond the barefoot debate, understanding parenting choices, it's important to recognize that the decision to go barefoot in public, while seemingly small, is emblematic of broader trends in modern parenting. The controversy surrounding Jessa Duggar's choice underscores a larger cultural conversation about how parents raise their children, what values they impart, and how much of those decisions are influenced by societal expectations. Jessa Duggar's parenting philosophy, which appears to lean toward letting children explore their world in a more unstructured and free way, may not fit the typical mold of more conventional parenting, but that doesn't make it wrong. Just as some parents swear by structure and strict routines, others find value in allowing their children to make more independent choices. The key, perhaps, is finding a balance that works for each family without succumbing to pressure from the judgment of others. A lesson in empathy and understanding. Ultimately, the controversy over Jessa Duggar's barefoot daughter is less about the actual act of walking without shoes and more about the larger issue of parenting in the public eye. As public figures continue to share their lives with millions, the lines between private and public decisions blur. It is important to remember that every family is different, and what works for one might not work for another. Instead of rushing to judgment, we should practice empathy and respect for diverse parenting philosophies. Whether a child is walking barefoot in a park or wearing a matching outfit to a family event, the goal should always be to support parents in their decisions, recognizing that no one knows their children better than they do.